Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome in. Welcome back to Noel's Tarot, or welcome to Noel's Tarot. This is your first time here. Welcome in. We're going to be doing a general energy reading. Is that a spider? No. Okay, good. Jesus Christ. A spider web. I freaked out. Going to be doing general energy reading. Going to be looking at your past, present, your advice, and your future. And to preface, if this is your first time, I'm so sorry that we're in the dark. We're doing this podcast style is what I'm calling it now. But that's basically just when you can't see me. I can't do accents this late, but you can't see me. But it's okay, because usually in the videos I'm more present and you can see, and there's light and color. And I do the absolute most, but sometimes it's just plain dark, and I feel so bad because you can't see me or the cards. But I'll do my best to show you the cards with the light. But yeah, let's get into this a bit. I hope the audio and everything is okay. Last time I filmed this, sorry for the spiel, but last time I filmed this, the audio was awful, so I don't know if you saw that, but so sorry. But yeah, we're going to get into this. Before we do the reading, I'm going to be looking at that, by the way, with the Hermetic Tarot and the Wisdom of the Oracle. And I'll explain that further in just a quick sec, but there are a few things that I think it was just and I normally I get right into it, but a little while ago there was like a good stream of time where there was just like actual messages coming before the reading. So I think I might be getting back into a flow of that. Who knows? It's in and out. But what was that? It was actually one thing. It wasn't a few things. It was yeah, I felt like people were like waking up in a sense. I hope that I don't know. Like, the only reason I thought so was because I heard the whole phrase, people may be waking up, right? But that doesn't mean they're getting out of bed. And I don't know why I thought that. For some reason, I'm always like a pessimist in some sense, where I'm like, I guess something's going good. I'm like, well, where's the dark side? You know, where's that little dark side? And I don't know why I think that, but it brings the attention to the first part where like it seems like people are waking up, like more people are waking up to, and when I say waking up, it's not just like waking up to like the way things work, but it's like waking up to the way they work as well, and like individualism, like giving me Capricorn energy of the self reflection. Speaking of which, the full moon tonight, which is probably why I'm here. But because I didn't really plan this, but I did feel like coming out here. No matter how much it freaks me out to talk and have to worry about who's hearing, but I don't care. This is for y'all, so this is important. Either ways, what the fuck is text? Oh, low power mode. What the fuck? Okay, anyways, sorry. Let's get into this. But yeah, people may be waking up, but it doesn't mean they're getting out of bed. It seems like, when you wake up and you're just like rolling around in bed for a sec, but you're awake, but it's like the movement. So something about like maybe the color red, the root, like, it's people waking, they're coming to life, they're waking up, but it's more so like when you wake up and your eyes like red, bloodshot, that gives me that feel, right? But that doesn't mean there's any action quite yet, but there is the good side of people waking up. I think that's important to note for some reason. But anyways, we're gonna get into this. Wisdom of the Oracle. I'm going to pull one card before and after. It's going to be where we're coming from, and then at the end I'm going to see like where we're going to with that. And then in between that, we're going to be looking at past, present advice for you and future. And no clarification today. Just straight up Hermetic Tarot. The moon's full. I'm pretty sure they're going to give us enough info. It's really, really fucking beautiful too. I don't know if you've seen it. I don't know if of course you've probably seen a full moon, but I don't know. This one's nice. Full discretion, not even much weed today, to be honest. Like, if you know me, like, I think one video I fucking had to like take a hit of a joint for some reason. I don't know what the fuck I was doing, but today I don't know. Not really. No weed in my system. But I walked out, and I walked out and I looked at the moon. I'm like, damn, she's beautiful. Like, she looks really good tonight. The moon's in Leo. That's why. I think the full moon's in Leo. Jesus, that's why it looks so pretty. But I don't know. That's a personal thing. I don't know if you feel that. 3,000 years into the reading. Let's get started. Jesus. Okay, so Wisdom of the Oracle. Man, I tried to watch the last reading back. like just to get the title and just make sure everything was okay. And bro, I was pissed. I was like, this reading, the audio, it was a good reading too, but the audio effed up. But I redid that in my room and I posted it. I'll put a link or, direct you there. But either ways, this one's for y'all. Let's see what we got from the Wisdom of the Oracle. And if I don't show the cards because my battery's low, just I'll read it and I'll do my best. So sorry about that. Okay, so where are we coming from with the Wisdom of the Oracle? I got 2 cards, but 2 cards. Damn. Okay. I don't know which one to take, and I don't want to fight over it, so I guess we'll take both. Fork in the road and why? This is where we're coming from, man. Oh, I do have a phone flashlight. That's true. All the batteries are dying, so I'm just gonna read these. I hope that's okay. Fork in the road and why? That's number 13, number 31. Fuck, I wish I could show you this now, but you know what those numbers look like. That's cool. They're literally reflecting each other. 1-3 to a 3-1. That's literally a reflection, and we were talking about reflections. So this could be about reflecting on something in the past, because this is where we're coming from with the wisdom. Fork in the road is I have the book, but it's probably too dark to read. I don't want to spend too much time. Fork in the road is about a big decision. 13, a transformation, of course, but then the rebirth, but then the why. They're reaching for a book with wings on it. I'll try to describe that part. It feels earth and then air. There's a question mark. So when you reach, I always say why is a really cool question, because it's like kids ask why a lot, and sometimes adults will get upset at that because of the preconceived notion that they're trying to dig deeper into the information. They're trying to dig deeper, right? Or at least that's what I see from it. Like adults are like, what you don't need to know anymore. Like you're good. Like I told you what you need to know. But it's like it's not the intent. The mindsets are different. Kids ask why for a whole different reason than we're expecting, or than that. It's not for the reason that we're thinking. Like life has given us experience, So of course there's a lot of like hesitancy there. But for children, there's not much experience. They're just asking why, so that they can know how it works, so they can know so that they can know the answer for themselves, and they can find the answer for themselves, not have to rely on anything. But also figuring it out for themselves is like a good reward. But that's why I think why is cool. Like it gets you to the root of the thing. That's why it's always important to ask why, no matter what age, and really get down to the root of things. Not asking why out of like no judgment, no bias, no nothing. It's just asking why for the pure root, simple fact of wanting to know. But fork in the road and why? I don't know. A big decision, but it led you to questioning yourself. It led you to question a lot of things around you. I'm looking at this book they were looking at, and maybe you're questioning your family history, your past, because the book reminds me of like the 10 of Pentacles, family. It reminds me of like a dictionary. I don't know my dictionary. Maybe you're questioning words and what they mean, but the wings on the book, I don't know. There are wings on the book, but the book is still on the ground. Excuse me. This is coming from having touched a part of some history. This is an interesting feeling. The full moon is usually a lot more clear, but this is just interesting. It's like having touched some sort of history that's now giving you flight, like the history, like it's like you studied, big decision, fork in the road. I'm gonna read the first part of why just to see, because it's asking me to in my head. I didn't know if I mentioned this. This is also a late night reading, like just because it's purely dark. I'm gonna try to upload this literally actually in the late night, not in the morning like I did yesterday, but either ways. Why? Essential meanings: motives, driving intention, the power of knowing why. motives and intention, I was talking about that with adults and kids. Like, you know, it's the intention behind it. It's what they're really trying to figure out. And like, there's no motives. There's no like hidden. This might be a lot more of an innocent thing that you were trying to figure out. But the message from this card is there is a great power in understanding your motives right now. The oracle asks you to be very clear about why you're asking this question, looking for this answer, behaving in this way, and most important, making this choice. Knowing your why is a key to fulfillment. Right, like the key to taking off. This is a very interesting past energy. This is doubled up with these two. Definitely reflection, definitely family, fork in the road, a journey. I don't know. You've had to make a lot of choices. You've had to move on your own. You've had to I feel with the book there's like spiritual, ancestral, not only guidance but protection right now. So it's like while you are innocent, vulnerable, learning, like in the almost like a page, sort of like an energy. It's like the universe is covering you, protecting you, watching you, like not carrying you, but standing by your side, or like, you know, like a teacher in a classroom, that sort of a feeling. Because you have a job to do, is just learn. And I just say protection from just like outside energy. It feels very kind of hermit too, but we're gonna move forward because that's just the past. And I could spend 5 years on that, but I won't. Underneath is blessed. This card's been coming out a bunch. Oh wait. Okay. And you know what I'll do? I'm so sorry about this. Since you can't see the cards, I will post the spread on the community tab, and hopefully I can leave a link to that in the description so you can see the cards for yourself. Maybe even like look at it while the reading goes on. So hopefully that'll help. Innovation, hell yeah. I love the internet. Okay, let's get into her reading with the Hermetic Tarot. Tarot might clarify, specify. Alright, so where are you guys in the past? I might do the poll because I think shuffling like this is making 5,000 cards come out, and not on a full moon. Ooh, in the past, the Two of Cups. In the past, the Two of Cups. Lord of Love. This could be just a harmonious relationship. Also, and wow, the energy is literally carrying through. If you haven't seen the last readings, this is not a plug, but also at the same time it's kind of a plug. Literally the reading I did in the car where it messed up, and then the reading I did to fix it, to redo it today, both had the Two of Cups energy, so it's kind of crazy. It feels nice with the full moon energy, but what I'm kind of feeling from that also is the same thing same thing where I was sort of talking about that reflection. It's like I feel like you understand more so deeply. You understand more so deeply what it feels like to truly love someone because of maybe how like you remember that in the why card, asking you about why your intentions are like this, or why are you behaving this way. That really stuck out to me, the behaving this way part, for some reason. And I feel like maybe in a relationship, or just in your close relationships, you could have maybe been behaving a certain type of way, or living a certain type of way that just wasn't cohesive and wasn't conducive to like a fair, bountiful relationship. And what I mean, sorry, I'm like, I don't know how to like speak right now, and that's I feel like that's the moon, the late night. I never know how to speak in the late nights, but it's like, ooh, I feel so proud of myself. There's a car right next to me, and they all like out and stuff, and I'm still talking. A while ago, I would have stopped this if someone even walked near my car. I would have been like, ooh, stop recording. But nah, that's funny. And sometimes the random shit comes out because it's like it helps for the reading. I think that's the same feeling too. Like you may be so proud of yourself and like the growth that you've had within like close relationships, because it feels like maybe, and not that you didn't give back, because you definitely gave back. It feels like I don't feel like you're like completely just like, oh fuck all relationships. I feel like it's more so like I feel like there was an experience where it's just like someone was protecting you or taking care of you in a sense. I don't know. And it's like then like the tables were reversed in any like it's a spectrum. It doesn't have to be exactly the same way. There's a whole from 0 to 100, a whole different spectrum of colors and numbers of like how this could have went. But I feel, sorry if you can hear my computer, but I feel it's just like the experience helped you see more clearly with that full moon energy. It helped you see more clearly what it's like, what it was like maybe in their position to like to be truly in love and not be able to like the Two of Cups is like definitely like if you can't take care of yourself, then taking like the way you take care of yourself is how you will take care of someone else. So, and it's like if I'm so sorry, I'm like breaking right now just purely out of like natural distraction from voices. I don't know. It's just I'll simplify that and chill it out with just basically saying, okay, this is a really whack example, but it's the one that's coming through, so I'm gonna let it come through. It's the example of like, you know, when someone like, and like I said, it's spectrum, so like, this can be a very worse situation, and I'm praying it's not that at all, not this, but like imagine you had like 2 cups, right, two little cups, and you're making a drink for you and a friend, and you poured like a little bit, sprinkle a little dirt. You sprinkled, oh, she got a little dream catcher on her car, it's cute. Me too. Sorry. Fuck. You have 2 cups and you're pouring a drink for you and a friend, and you sprinkle a little, let's say, I don't know, let's just say dirt. I know they would see the dirt, but you just sprinkle some dirt in there, right? And they come in, and you know the trope in the movies where like they take it and they put the cups in there, and then they put it down, and then like when someone's not looking, they switch the cups so that the other person drinks the drink that they were trying to give the person. That was a really weird, but basically the person who sabotaged the one drink, they accidentally ended up drinking it, and you know, so they ended up getting a taste of their own medicine, quite literally. So that's what this is. It's like getting a taste of your own medicine, but it's weird from the 2 of Cups, right? I just feel like that in and of itself, it really, with the full moon energy, it heightened your sensitivity, your feelings, your care for the people that you actually care about. Like it really, like, I don't know, heightened it a lot from the 2 of Cups. So sorry, but it's beautiful because what I feel like came out of that was like a more well-rounded, a more full, a more enlightened sense of like true love and how you really care for people. This could be romantic for sure, but it can also be familial, it can be platonic, it can be I don't know, what's that other word, associative, you know, like your associates, not really like the people you're related to or friends with, just people you know. But I don't know, learning, fork in the road, and why, like maybe like, oh no, why does this drink taste so bad? And maybe it's because you realize you're the one who made it in the first place. Like, I don't know. So it's cleaning out both cups. It's really giving pure love. It feels intense. It really does. But at the same time, you could have come into a relationship, or I think the twos are also a number of awareness. Like there's one person, you're aware of yourself. And when there's 2 people, you're aware of each other. So it's a different type of energy. So like definitely maybe someone being more like aware of you, or being more aware of like their love for you. You know what I'm saying? We'll keep moving. What's at the bottom? Yeah, it's 10 of Pentacles, so it could be family for sure, but it also could just be like someone who sees a long-term vision with you. Just cute as fuck. Okay, so, ooh, what's that? It's a Queen of Swords. What's she coming out for? Is this deck upside down? It is. Ace of Swords. Okay. Where are we now? The present. We are in the present. That's true. What do we have in the present? The Ace of Pentacles. I freaking like it. And the Hermetic Tarot looks like a vault. Excuse me. I said see picture below because I'm definitely gonna post a picture because you have to see this imagery. It looks like a vault. It's very nice. So it feels like in the present, unlocking a vault, unlocking an opportunity, unlocking. And the Ace of Pentacles in the wider way is like a hand holding out a pentacle. So it's like the universe handing you an opportunity for something. So maybe you're in a receiving mode, which is very nice. But once you grab this pentacle, it's very nice because I feel like you're gonna do something with it. You're gonna mold it. It feels like a clay project, but it doesn't have to be. It's literally probably not, because it's like, this is a general reading. But in that sense, like, it's an opportunity. It's something you can build upon. It's something that you see. Like the Page of Pentacles holds that, and that's the Page of Pentacles holding that potential, you know? So if you're in the Page energy and the universe is offering you a pentacle, I feel like the universe don't just offer any page a pentacle, you know? They don't just offer any random page out there. Because there are not a lot of kings and queens. But I feel like there are a lot of pages and there are a lot of knights, you know? And it's just about like the level of like what you want and how you really live in it, right? But everyone's really in a learning stage, and everyone's really in a movement stage with the knights and pages. So what I'm saying here is, like, I feel like the universe is honoring you with this pentacle because I feel like you've honored it back. Two of Cups, 100%. That just made a little sense in my head. It's like and maybe this could be like a relationship with you and the divine as well. And I love that. That's one of my favorite ones. That one was a very hard one for me to come to terms with, because I'm like, I want a relationship with a physical person. What are you doing? I want a hug. I want a kiss. But also at the same time, like I said, if you don't know how to love yourself in a true way, that's just the same love you're going to give out. Like if you, and maybe the example is bad. Maybe when you make your water, you put dirt in it because that's what you like the taste of, right? Two of Cups can talk about compromise at the same time, and also just like what's good for you, like taking care of you. So I don't think drinking dirt water would be particularly healthy or tasty. So definitely like an adjustment, a tune, the fuck, music maybe? Oh, a tuning, right, tuning. So maybe like an adjustment, a tuning. I'm thinking of a tuning fork now, and I'm thinking of fork in the road. So definitely an adjustment. And when I think of tunes and sounds, it's inner. It's like something you have to, like, you can hear, people can play music out loud, right? But you have a totally different connection to it when you listen to it on your own. I think. At least I do. Like play music with other people and play music with yourself, a totally different connection. This is what this is like. I don't know if you listen to music or if you have anything where it's like something where you just have to listen. So like podcasts, audiobooks, anything that's just it's individual, it's within, it's very hermit, you know, like when you listen to music or watch a movie by yourself. Way different than when you watch with other people or listen with other people, right? This is the same thing. It's like the Two of Cups is definitely a relationship, and I think the reason why we're talking about the relationship with the divine is because there is a for sure relationship, like a for sure. I've never felt it so strongly, but there's a for sure physical relationship coming for you, or unless you're already in one. And then if you are, it's definitely getting stronger. But I think the reason why I'm talking about the divine is because the physical one doesn't matter right now, and that's literally the same word, physical and matter. So I feel like it matches up. Like the physical relationship doesn't matter right now, in a sense of like, it's not that the person doesn't matter, it's the fact of like what you do with yourself and your, like the pentacle, what you do with your energy, your time. Like the pentacle rules energy, it rules time, things that we can spend, currency. So your time, your energy, your what you give and take, like that kind of currency, like things that can be used, not used, but utilized, you know. So yeah, like it's not the time right now. It's not just not the time. It's like there is a time, and it's not about what time that is for your physical relationship. Although the universe is handing you something, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's soon. At the same time, though, it's like your most important thing right now is to focus on your relationship with you and the divine, because that relationship is truly showing you how to give yourself the purest cup of water. And that may be the hardest part, right? But when you think about duality, that's the hard part. It'll be so beautiful when the easy part is the physical relationship, and you don't have to worry about like making that the hard part, because balance is going to happen, and duality is going to exist in every situation, no matter what. That's just how, like, that's the law of the universe, like give and take. If you want to turn on the water, something's got to get wet. If if you like gravity, if something goes up, it must come down. So the same way, like, everything has duality, even if you don't see it, everything does. So and I love when my sister says it. It's one of my favorite things because it really puts it in perspective. It's like, and it's very simple too. She's like, you either get it in the front end or you get it in the back end. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people say that, but I know it from my sis. And the thing about that is and that saying always gets me because I can be impatient and I can always complain, but it's so true, and it really calms down my anger or my emotions, and I'm like, why isn't it happening? Why isn't it happening like I want it to? And sometimes it really is important for you to get that gritty, dirty, hard work out in the beginning, so that the universe can dole out the duality of an easy, not an easy, but like, the ease of having to just focus on the relationship. Because I feel like if you spend your time on the hermit, you focus on the inside. The duality is the duality is like the inside will be beautiful in the relationship. You just have to focus on what you do, how you spend your time with them, and that's really just going to be it. You don't have to worry about any mind games, any like, internal stuff. You don't have to worry about any like fears. You don't have to worry about like any emotional stress or any spiritual attacks. That internal stuff. You just have to worry about like, oh, okay, where we gonna eat or where we gonna hang out, stuff like that. The reflection of that is you can not focus on your internal, and then once you get into the relationship, the physical part is like, oh, very fun, you jump right into it and all, and it's good. And then time starts to do its thing, and then you start to realize, oh, maybe we don't really match internally, maybe this wasn't the best. And it's not that you don't match, because maybe you do match with the people that you meet with, or people that you come into relationships with. But you have to realize that we're all mirrors to each other, but especially in like close relationships, we're like closer mirrors. So like we're very like, you and within relationships will be very similar or very reflective of the people that you have, and not just reflective, but like it'll just match. And that's not always a good thing, because what if your energy is in a spot where it's not good? So then you're going to match someone who's also in a spot where their energy and their internal is not good. And while you're trying to make a beautiful relationship, you're stuck with someone who isn't trying to work for that, I don't know. It can work out so many different ways, but I'm just going to keep going. Jesus. The Fool at the bottom. That's nice. Okay, so some advice. Ace of Pentacles is nice in the present, though. It's an opportunity. So the choice is yours to take it, but also go within. Think about it. Think about how much time it's going to take. Think about what it's going to require of you. The energy that you're going to have to utilize. I'm feeling that wrong. Like, the worth, your worth, figuring out your worth and what you would do for yourself, and learning and growing, right, and taking care of yourself in a much, much better way, much, much better. And then at the same time, look at you tuning and adjusting and aligning yourself to the actual person that you're meant to be with, and you're gonna find that out soon, which is very beautiful. Person or people too, because you could be meeting like a soul group, which is pretty dope too. Or a relationship also in a soul group, and you get the relationship plus the friend group. That's pretty fucking dope. I don't normally say shit like this. I normally try to like hold back the love stuff. Not hold back, but like I try to explain everything that is important, so I don't really just focus hard on that. But it's coming through strongly, so I'm gonna have to say it might be something. Let me keep going, because my computer's getting loud as hell. I don't think you can hear it, though. Advice. The Two of Swords. I freaking like that. It's peace. Two of Swords and Two of Cups. Wowza. So we're in a lot of two energy. And that's nice. Do you know what I said in the beginning when I said people are waking up but doesn't mean they're getting out of bed? I didn't say that people were or weren't, by the way. I was just saying that like it's a choice, and also like it's not up to us to decide, it's just up to us to observe. But I say that because the Two of Swords and these twos, they remind me of like, because if the root is one, right? If the root number is one, and that root is people waking up, that's them like opening their eyes. One, like the Ace of Pentacles is a one, so it's you opening your eyes to an opportunity. But the one energy of the root, like that's the root of the pentacle. The two would be then getting out of bed, making some movement. Like there's a whole process, like getting out of bed, starting the journey, taking a, but the two, High Priestess, deconstruction, the inner workings, it just feels a lot of like, because I mean, if you're going to deconstruct something, you got to get up and move to do it. And if you're going to, before you start building, you got to do some movement. At least you can't do it can't do it laying down. I don't know what that means specifically, but the Two of Swords is nice to your advice. It is, I think it's just Libra, but what else? I think it's the moon in Libra. And balanced emotions. So yeah, your emotions are balanced. The advice for that is definitely just let your peace be your peace. Like if you know you're doing the right thing for you, right? But also with the two, it's not just you, it's the closest people around you. And by the way, two isn't just like one and two, so it's not like just like you and then one specific other person. Like two, the second number can I feel like the second number can really cover a whole group of people. So like the second person could be your family and someone you care for and like your friends, all at the same time. So you have to like reflect that on each and every person that you truly care for. It's not just one person. Two of Swords, as long as you know you're doing good for you and you're keeping the peace within the people that you love and care about, that's the most important thing right now. The awareness, being aware of like if you have loved ones and you're aware of what makes them peaceful and you're aware of what keeps them calm and happy. Like specific example, bro, and this is not even because no, I'm just gonna say it. Like I was doing laundry and I was cleaning the house and it feels good. Like it feels good for me. It feels good to live in like a clean space. And of course I'm not gonna be doing like the most, and sometimes I will. It's like it depends on how I'm specifically feeling. I'm not going to do it for anyone outside of me unless they ask and they need it. But for me, I just love the feeling cleaning, of doing laundry, of making it really clean and all, right? Did that with my family today, and I love the feeling of making other people feel at peace while also being peaceful myself. It feels well all around because I care for those people and I care for me. So like the peace that I want for myself is the same peace I want for them. Might it take some compromise? Might it take some patience, some adjustments? Yeah, definitely. And can it be frustrating? 100%. Relationships are work. And I know that people say that all the time, but it's true because like we are pieces of work on our own selves. So I don't know why we would expect a relationship to be the easy part. I say that in a way where it's like I just realized that. I didn't mean to say it so harshly, but it's like I don't know. Relationships are work, but so are we. So there's no shame. There's no like. There's grunting about it, but it's not grunting because of the other person. There's just like, oh, it's a lot of work, but is it worth it? And those are both W words, and that's a 5. And then in the alphanumerical little thingy, so W is 5s, and 5s are about self and change. So I don't know, it just feels like adjustments, change, but doing it for yourself. And then at the same time, it's like the Hierophant. It's doing it for yourself, but it's like there's also like a whole like clan you've got, and it feels like there's like the Hierophant is like a. It's like the High Priestess, but it's someone who is like with the people in a sense. Like how the Empress is out, the Queen tending to the people, but she's still a queen. She's still got a lot of responsibilities. That's what the Hierophant is. A lot of religious internal responsibilities. Not religious, spiritual, I should say. Definitely more spiritual. Because spiritual is the within, the internal, and the religion is what the Hierophant creates by grouping people and talking about it. Not talking about one religion or one spirituality, but talking about everybody's. That's what I'm saying. It's like it's not just your beliefs, but your beliefs are the root of it. They're how you figure out what you really care for and what you can build. And then once you start building, it's beautiful, because then you can grow that clan, that community, that relationship. I didn't mean to say that, but yeah, that relationship, because damn, I'm really not feeling this relationship is so fucking spiritual. Like, if it, and it's not just spiritual, it's like whatever makes you feel best in yourself and whatever you believe in. It's like this person matches that. Even if they don't match the specific spirituality, the specific religion, they have the same general root ideas, and that really meshes you together. I did not expect this to be a fucking love reading, but it kind of is. And Two of Cups came out at first, so I mean, obviously. Okay, let's see where you're going in the future. I don't mean obviously, too. If you've been here, you know me, and you know that I just try to look at every color of a card. I'm not trying to be like, oh, the Two of Cups is always love, so I'm going to look in the opposite direction. I used to get that a lot as a kid, where it's like, oh, you're just trying to look and be different. And I thought that for a while, and I'm like, okay, maybe that is, and accepting it is what made me realize, oh shit, no, that's not true, because I just gave up at some point. I was like, okay, maybe this is true, but then I asked why, and I dug deeper and realized, as an adult, and grew up and learned and realized it's not just me trying to be different in a sense. It's me definitely trying to understand every color of what's going on, not just one part of the card. And I know that we can talk about, if we talked about love and the Two of Cups all the time, we'd be talking about the same shit every day, and that's what I cannot do. 10% battery. My phone said, hurry up. Either ways, sorry. I know it's a long reading. I apologize. Okay, so we're going in the future. No way. It's the Ace of Cups. So you started with the 2, and you got the Ace at the end, which is cool, because that just matches, and it matches our 2 and 1 energy too. See, and I won't spiel, but when I talk about a relationship with the divine, when I do stuff like this, even in my own space, but it's very cool when I can bring it to you guys, so that's not just me seeing it, but I love to see it on my own. But it's just like when you know the universe is listening, you know, in a sense where like you're talking about something completely like from yourself, like there's nothing influencing it, you're just hoping. You're talking and you're keeping faith that that anything will track, or at least I am. And I don't know, it's just cool when the universe listens. So that's important for this one, because that's the relationship part. That's how you know like you're in a true relationship, when someone is not just listening to what you're saying, but they're listening to like all aspects. They're like listening to things you don't say, you know, that sort of thing. And people know how to do that, because they get more connected within themselves. Sorry for the spiel. I just think it's like a very connected relationship. Not and the physical part came out because I don't think it's even just physically connecting. I think you and not even just you two, because I mean polygamy does exist, and polyamorous relationships do exist, and or any type of relationship where 1 to 10, as long as everyone's consenting, I feel like this is just beautiful, and you guys all feel connected, like you feel like understanding and knowing in a sense of each other at a soul level. That's why I said soul family earlier, because it's like at the root, within like the deepest part of you that you can't touch, but you feel the strongest sometimes, especially when you come into relationships like this. That's beautiful. What's at the bottom? The Hierophant. No way. Very cool. Very cool. Ace of Cups in your future is nice. It's you cleaning out your cup. It's you refreshing your cup. It's you maybe getting a drink of water. I know I gotta do that. I'm thirsty as fuck. But if you're not a fan of the cursing, I'm so sorry. I hope I'm not offending anyone, but also this is just who I am. So I hope that you stay regardless, even if you don't. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. It's moon energy. The Ace of Cups is nice. I didn't see this full card, and this is another one that universe is handing. And this one, it actually has a hand holding it out. The Ace of Pentacles doesn't have a hand on it. It's like a door almost, but this is like a hand. So opening the door, right? So that now you can finally see all the hands. I feel like you're behind the door in yourself, right? And once you've got deep in yourself and figured it out. You opened the door of yourself, released, maybe like released a lot of waste, but at the same time you opened the door, went outside of yourself, maybe connecting with more people, and now, I don't know, you get to see all the beautiful opportunities being handed to you. And this is an emotional opportunity. It's one that's going to feel very transformational, I say, because this is water, and water is, I've learned, is death energy. That's the 13. And it's a beautiful type of death energy because it's like imagine baptism in that sense. Like it's supposed to be for it's like death of the old self, life in the new one. And you do that in order to bring life, a new life, but also a life that's more connected. It's like a commitment, you know. Baptisms are basically like getting married to Jesus in a sense. And I say that jokingly because I've been through the church experience, and it's decent if you can enjoy your own self and enjoy your own religion and spirituality, but it's kind of awful if you're like stuck. I would say stuck pandering to the group, you know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people like, oh, I love the religion, but they need friends and they need a group. But some people need the spirituality, and that's what's the important part, you know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense. You need the spirituality. You don't need the people. You don't need the group. You may want it, but I don't feel like you need it, and that's the important thing to note here. Even if in the past you felt like you needed it, I feel like now this is a refresh, a change. Yeah, definitely a refresh, like a restart, in like your emotions and your heart. The Ace of Cups is beautiful. It's a new beginning too. It's a brand new beginning. Waking up. This could be waking up to, like, I remember in the beginning I said waking up to like emotion, or waking up in general. So you could be waking up to new emotions you haven't felt before. New people. I don't know. That's beautiful. Ace of Cups, Ace of Cups. This shit is overflowing too. Like, I don't notice it often, but it's overflowing. I don't think you even know what the universe has in store for you. This Ace of Cups, these aces have been looking so large recently. Like, the aces have usually like, oh, it's a new beginning, it's a new spark, it's a new start. But these aces that I've been reading for recently just feel so bountiful and like a harvest, and just so huge, and like the universe has just been like cultivating it in the background, like mixing it up, and you just haven't been watching. And that's okay, because it's not for you to watch, of course, because then that would probably be very boring for you and probably very stressful for them. Like, imagine, you being in the kitchen working on something, or like in your office, and like a kid comes in. Much love and respect to the kid, because they're not intentionally trying to be in the space, and maybe you enjoy children in your space, but whatever comes into your space and interrupts you while you're working, it's not that the thing is bad, but it's the fact that you need to work, and the kid also, or the other being, has responsibilities, or things, not responsibilities, but they have things to do. They have to go out and learn and play and grow, right? And you have to work, and the universe has to work on putting things together. So that's what this feels like, because it's like the universe has cooked up a beautiful fucking cup of love for you. I think you're gonna feel, and with the ace, I think you're gonna, I know, not that I know, because I feel it's a feeling. It's not, isn't it? And I don't know for sure, but I just feel like you're gonna know that this cycle starts when you come into a new feeling that you feel. And it's not from anything outside of you. It's going to be with you and like whatever the divine is for you, whatever your connection is, whatever is just higher and above and just beyond. That's not physical. The spirit within you, the love within you, you're going to feel that out of what you've done for yourself, in a sense. And the universe is going to honor that back by giving you more self-love, more things to love about yourself, more opportunity. Like, you're gonna know this cycle starts when that happens. And like after that, then comes relationships and more people coming in. And how soon or how far that is, I can't see, but what I can see is you're gonna know for sure when that starts, when I don't know, it feels like a monumental moment that like you feel like blessed within your own heart. And it's because of what you've done for yourself, what you've built for yourself. It's all you and the divine, I don't know how to further explain that. It's so weird, but it feels so strong, but I can't say it in words. So maybe, again, like, it's a feeling that you're going to be like, I feel this so strong, I can't even put it into words. Because genuinely, that's what it feels like. All right. I've held y'all hostage for pretty long. Let me get your last Wisdom of the Oracle card and let you slide. And also, I gotta slide because I'm hungry. All right. All right. So where are we going to with all this energy, all this beautiful energy of all these? Oh my God! No way. Are these? It's 2 2s and 2 aces. I didn't even realize. Reflection, reflection. That means you're gonna mirror this person like crazy. And I think that's beautiful. You know why I think that's beautiful? Because sometimes I feel like some people are like, oh, I'm going to mirror them. That's awesome. And you find out you don't really mirror them. You're kind of just like matching them in a sense. So it's like the movements aren't different. There's no growth. Like imagine that the Pisces fish, if they both swam in the same or what is it? They swim in opposite directions. But if they both swam in the same do they swim in the same direction? Bro, no, I can't even think. Just imagine if you Jesus, what's a good example? I don't know, those fish are swimming in the same direction, they're going to bump into each other at some point. Or constantly, maybe. And I feel like that's what that relationships were, like bumping into each other, not being aware of the other, not caring, or not just not caring, but caring too much about the self, or even in some cases caring too much about the other that you forget yourself and you bump into yourself. So this is different because this is an actual mirror in a sense where the reflection is, like when you put your... what is this feeling? Like the mirror on like a camera phone, like if you put your hand up on the left, the other hand goes up on the right. So if you do that, you're not going to hit each other in a sense. But also, I don't know, I'm feeling a mirror, like if you put your hand up and you high-five yourself, you're still high-fiving yourself. And this is like, I don't know. Man, this energy. I don't know, like you're gonna line up. It's gonna be like a perfect it's gonna feel like a perfect high five. You ever have one of those? Them shits are cool. Like when you just, like me and my best friend Patrick used to do that all the time. We used to be like, oh, we used to look at each other and just make sure we were like eye contact locked. We had to make sure we were just spot on. And I don't know, we couldn't think about it too much, but we just go in for a high five at random moments, and if it wasn't good, it was a disappointing moment. But when it was perfect, it was like, damn, nice high five. This is what this feels like. A high five with the universe, a high five with someone, or just people you care about. And it's perfect. It's like, it has good sound to it, got a good like weight to it. I hope that makes sense. It's a goofy ass example, but Wisdom of the Oracle. Where are we going? Where are we going? Stop. I gotta put the spread. I gotta put it in. I'm gonna laugh in the community section, but literally you got community from the Wisdom of the Oracle. And I said, you guys are cultivating a community. You guys are building a community. And I say building, and it's also the number 8 within this deck, so it's cool. Like 8 of Pentacles, like working. I can also think of like 8 of Cups. You're making efforts to walk away from old things. 8 of Wands. You're making efforts to listen to your soul, and you're making movements based off of that. 8 of Swords, like sometimes 8 of Swords, we put in so much effort, we can block ourselves. We're like, oh no, and like your power can stop you. If you have a lot of power to direct, and you probably don't have a clean cup, all that power is just going to manifest more dirty cup. It's not going to manifest any more clean cup because your brain is more confused. Your brain is like a computer. It's like we have to tell it what to do. Or else it's just gonna be a computer and either not process. Like when you're trying to make a choice so much and you can't make a choice, and so you just do nothing. That's what a computer does. Or we give it some options and it chooses from that. But like this is you putting effort into love for yourself. And because of that, I think because you've put so much effort into love for yourself, and because you're continuing to choose to do so, the universe is honoring that love and commitment to yourself by blessing you with a community of people who do the same, and will do the same for you. So much work, and like you're never gonna honestly, sometimes you feel like you're putting in more work than the other person, and that can, again, that's a balance sometimes, and that feeling comes from a place of an interesting place, because like if you feel like you're doing more work, so that it's like at a base level, sometimes it's a choice. So you can decide not to put in effort, and that's when you walk away from some relationships at some point, right? And then you walk, 8 of Cups goes to 9 of Cups. You walk away from that relationship, you go to your sovereign, independent, individual happiness with a 9. You complete that cycle. But this and but I don't know. You can put in effort differently. Like if you know your strengths and you know your weaknesses and you know the other person's, you're aware of the strengths and weaknesses, you can build on that and you can make it work. It's not to be like, you wash the dishes on Tuesdays and Wednesdays and I wash the dishes. It doesn't have to be like that shit, you know? Like you just flow with how it works and then you learn and keep growing. And I think this is what this is. There's never going to be anyone putting in more work than the other. And if it is, then it just amps up and people will start to put in more work and grow and keep growing. But I think that's beautiful because the community is what we were talking about. I see birds here. I see a giraffe treating like a baby giraffe. So I see children and family in your future, if that's what you're looking for. I also see a tent, like a home space, but this tent has a face. That's interesting. I don't know. Now that I say the tent has a face, it's like the home you build, the structure that you build out of this, the effort, and it's not even anything physical, right? But the face of this relationship, the face, like even at face value, people are going to see just how loving and how nurturing it is. You don't even have to do much. And the reason they can see that so well is because you both already put enough love and effort into yourselves. So they see that on a normal basis. So imagine when you take 2 of those self-loving, powerful human beings and you put them together, 2 or more, I should say. But you put those people together, like even a community, like 6 people, like a group of friends, you put that many people who love themselves individually, that much power, and then you actually combine it. And so now they're all building for each other and themselves at the same time. Mad powerful. Can't even explain the feeling. But, I can, because I've had some relationships and some groups like that. Like I remember, I had like a 3-person friend group, and that was like my best. That was like my favorite thing. We were all very connected, cohesive, and whatever one person couldn't do, the other person had the right puzzle piece to fix it, and it was just very loving and awesome. Time moves on, we grow, we find new friends, and at the same time, we have the same ones if you want. Doesn't have to be a end-all be-all, but I love that point in history because I can always think back to it, and I can always teach myself, hey, this was a point where you really loved yourself and other people. Now in this time, give yourself some of that too, and give yourself some more if you want. I don't know, because it really shows, and as much as I'm nostalgic for it, I can utilize that nostalgia, take that water, and put it into myself now, and not just sit in it and lay in it and get all wrinkly, when you're sitting in water, but instead I can utilize it for myself now. And show myself that same love that I want to give other people, because I don't know what else to say. Why not start now? Why not just start giving yourself that love? If it's really what you want, what are you waiting for? If it's really what you want. At the same time, I'm losing my words. I hope that this helps. I hope y'all know too. If you haven't been here, I can get pretty towards the end of readings, and especially at late nights, my words just lose all sense. And the moon is full, so you think I would have more clear speaking, but no, just clear feeling. I can feel a lot right now, but I cannot speak it. Either way, thank you guys for being here. I hope it helps. Truly, truly, truly. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, comments, turn on the notifications if you want. I'm really wacky sometimes with my uploading, but I do be here, and I'd love to see you guys here again for sure. Because it's about you guys, and I love to help, and I am glad if it helps, truly, truly, truly. Look at me, I can't even speak the outro. Either ways, thank you guys again. I'll post these pictures in the community tab, the cards I got, and leave a link for that. Other than that, literally, the card said it too, but I'm going to say it again. Go drink some water. Go eat some food. Go stay safe. Use the restroom if you need to. Go take a bike ride, go exercise, I don't know. But whatever you do, enjoy yourself and love yourself as you deserve, please. And I'm excited for the relationship that's coming towards you. I'm super excited because then we can just build from there and we can get some more information. Very exciting. But I will see you guys on the next one. And I don't know why I'm saying this, but I love you guys. I really do. I'll see you guys next time, alright? You can't see me wave, but I'm going to do it, alright? Bye, guys.